Is it ever appropriate to call a witness a liar on the witness stand? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law in the state of New York. The answer is no. There's absolutely no benefit to me turning around and calling a witness, an adverse witness, a liar on the witness stand to his face. You want to know why not? Because the only response I can get from that is, hey, what do you want from me? I'm telling you the truth. He's only going to try and appear sympathetic, or he's going to get very defensive and start arguing with me that in fact he is telling the truth. Either way, I lose. You want to know why? It's because now the jury thinks that this witness is sympathetic. The jury will think that I'm beating up on this witness. Even if the jury has the same opinion as I do, that I think this guy is a liar, they are going to be offended by the fact that I come right out and accuse him to his face that he's a liar. So what's a better strategy? To point out all of his inconsistencies, to point out that this guy is not credible. How do I do that? Using prior testimony, using testimony he's given in this case and maybe in other cases, using testimony he's given during the pretrial litigation process, or to show a contradiction between certain evidence and what he's already testified about. And then leave it at that. The jury will see that there are contradictions. And do you know when I really can turn around and call this guy a liar? After he's off the witness stand. At the very end of the case, when I have an opportunity to make closing remarks. Now I can stand in front of the jury and say, ladies and gentlemen, do you believe this guy? Do you believe the defense's witness? They brought him in here to testify about A, B, and C. And look at this evidence. And now I can show them every single one of the inconsistencies. And I don't ever have to use the word liar, but they will know. And I can tell them, listen, there are some witnesses that are being truthful and some that are being less than truthful. Those witnesses who are less than truthful are not credible. They're not believable. So I never have to turn around and call a witness an outright liar to his face, and I don't ever want to do that while he's on the witness stand. But instead, on closing remarks, you better be sure I'm going to do that and let the jury know what I think of that particular witness. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what happens in these civil lawsuits here in New York. You know, I understand you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need answers first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.